All right, now let's say you actually want to use your custom emoji as an emoji on either your phone or other communication device. Why then, the thing to do is export your illustration as a PNG image, then clean it up in Photoshop, and then transfer it to your device. And my favorite method for doing that is this app called Wi-Fi Transfer. Just that simple, and it's really great. And then presumably you would put the image in your photos and then send it off from there. Now, if you're worried about it getting lost in your photos, along with everything else, and you're hoping to really make it an emoji along with the other ones, there are some apps out there that do that kind of thing. The ones I've played with, I do not like at all. But there are definitely free emoji apps that you can experiment with out there. Anyway, can't help you with that last part, but I can help you with everything up to it. Here's what you do. Inside Illustrator, you go up to the File menu and choose the Export command. And then you want to set Save As Type to PNG. And let's go ahead and double-click on the PNG test subfolder here in order to create a handful of these guys. And I'm going to call the first one Very Angry 100, meaning 100%. And that's because this drawing is already enormous by emoji standards. Now you want to leave Use Artboards off, and then go ahead and click Export, at which point Illustrator will ask you what resolution you want to use. You want screen 72 ppi. Going any larger for an emoji would be ridiculous. For other purposes, you might want it, but not for an emoji. So go ahead and choose that. And interestingly, by the way, if you choose other, you can't go any lower than 72. Like if I enter 36 and press the tab key, it turns into 72. So 72 is as low as you can go inside this dialog box. Change anti-aliasing to art optimized. Not that it's going to make that much difference. Leave the interlace checkbox turned off. That's very important. And you want the background color to be transparent. Then go ahead and click OK to save that file. All right, now go ahead and switch over to Photoshop and then open up that image that you just created there inside the PNG test subfolder. And now click the Open button. Now, here's the thing about this guy. He's got a little transparency around him, a little bit of clearance, but he needs more. Notice if I were to press Control-O or Command-O on the Mac in order to invoke the Open command, and I were to select this guy and click the Open button, see how much extra room he has around him. And you'll need that, because otherwise the side of your emoji is going to get clipped off when you text the image file. At least that's what happens currently on Apple devices. And so the magic solution, at least where an image of this size is concerned, is to go up to the image menu and choose the canvas size command. And then you want to make sure that the relative checkbox is turned off. You want to be working in pixels. So if you're not, go ahead and choose pixels from the list and then change the width value to 640 and change the height value to 640 as well. And that's a difference, by the way, of 60 pixels. So you're giving the image 60 extra pixels wide and tall, at which point go ahead and click OK to make it happen. Now what I recommend you do is go to the Edit menu and choose Assign Profile. And what we're doing here is we're assigning a color profile just to make the colors in the image predictable. It's not absolutely necessary, but it's a good idea. Now Photoshop is going to nag you that this could change the appearance of your layers. It's not going to, so just go ahead and click OK. And then you want to change the profile to sRGB IEC 61966-2.1. So either that's going to be your working space, most likely, by the way, or if it's not, go ahead and select Profile and then find sRGB in the list. And then go ahead and click OK. All right, now all you want to do is update the file by going to the File menu and choosing the Save command. Or, of course, you can press Control-S or Command-S on the Mac. Now, I also recommend that you create a couple of smaller sizes of your emoji just for test purposes, because the real emojis are only a quarter this size. And so what I like to do, and I've tried this out a few times, is go to the Image menu and choose the Image Size command, and then make sure the Resample checkbox is turned on. And by the way, you want this guy not to be set to automatic. That's going to damage your image. You want bicubic smooth gradients, which is way better for high contrast graphics like this. And then make sure your width and height values are locked into alignment with each other. Change this item right here to % if it's not already, and then change either the width or height value to 50%, and you'll see the image reduce inside the preview. And by the way, this is a scalable dialog box in case you're wondering why mine is bigger than yours. You can make yours bigger as well. All right, I'll go ahead and click OK in order to reduce the size of this guy. And then I'm going to save him off by going to the File menu and choosing the Save As command. Very important. Don't choose Save. You'll save over the one you just got done saving. Instead, choose Save As. That's Control-Shift-S here on a PC or Command-Shift-S on a Mac. Call this guy Very Angry 50 because he's 50%. As a copy is going to be selected. There's nothing you can do about that. And you should go ahead and save the ICC profile that you just assigned. And then just go ahead and click the Save button. This warning, by the way, is just telling you that Photoshop doesn't think it can save to the PNG format because the document has layers. But it actually preserves the layer in its own special way, so it's not really a problem. But anyway, just go ahead and click the Save button in order to save the file. And then when you see the PNG options, you want the compression to be smallest slow, which isn't very slow, by the way. You definitely want interlace to be set to none. Do not interlace the file, and then click OK. All right, now the image, even now, is still twice as big as a typical emoji. So let's make it even smaller by going to the Image menu and choosing the Image Size command. And we'll repeat what we did before. Let's just change the width or height value to 50%. We don't care about the resolution. Click OK. And now this is the size at which all emojis, at least all Apple emojis, are provided. And so what you want to do now is go up to the File menu, choose Save As once again. Go ahead and change the name of the file this time to Very Angry 25, and then click on the Save button in order to save another copy of the file. Smallest slow, none. Click OK. And now go ahead and upload all three of those images to your device and just experiment with them. Send them to a friend or a loved one, somebody who's going to get the joke and is willing to conspire with you, and figure out which one of these you like the best. And that, friends, is how you export your emoji as a PNG file, and then finesse the results in Photoshop so that the emoji is ready to use on your smartphone or other communications device of your choice.